name is Blair Sinta. How are you? All right, today I'm excited. I'm demoing some warm audio mics and mic pre's for you. I've heard about warm audio for a long time, and I'm pretty happy to dive in and check out what they offer because it's a pretty cool thing. I have 4 microphones for you. One, the WA67, the WA47 Junior FET mic, and 2 warm WA14s, and the WA412 mic pre, which has 4 mic pre's in one rack system, inputs and outputs, different ohm levels, 1/4 inch, phantom audio. Phantom audio? That'd be interesting. Phantom power, actually. Phantom power would be probably a better alternative to phantom audio on your mic pre. So yeah, okay. John Bonham drum sound. How are we doing this? All right, I decided to use the 67 as a mono overhead, and I put it in a cardioid pattern. I tried the figure 8 pattern. I tried the omni pattern. They all sound pretty great. But for this particular sound, this 67 has to do a lot of the heavy lifting to get this drum sound. It's got to really get the crack of the snare, which is the most important focal point of the sound. Okay, so we're putting the mono overhead about, let's say 3 to 4 feet, 3 drumsticks or so, directly above the snare in the cardioid pattern. And this is picking up mainly the snare, but of course it's picking up toms, the definition and tone of the toms, and the cymbals. All right, so this mic is doing a lot of work and doing a great job in a mono overhead position in the cardioid pattern. So let's check out how this mic sounds soloed. Next, I'm using the WA14s as stereo rooms. I'm in a very small studio here, my home studio. It's a garage that's been converted. It's pretty small, but we're trying to make this drum sound like we're in a much larger space. So for the room sound, I tried in the figure 8, and I tried them in the omni position. It was kind of a crapshoot. I decided to go with the omni sound. They both sounded great. And also what I did is I faced backwards toward the wall, so they're getting less of a direct drum sound and picking up more of the ambience or reverb in the room, what natural reverb there is. I'm really excited about, exploring with these mics in different configurations, but for this one, again, the room sound was the important part of this, and these do great in this omni pattern. All right, so let's check out what these sound like soloed. Next is the WA47 Junior on bass drum. Okay, so for a John Bonham bass drum sound, we want to capture a lot of the drum and the bigness and the tone of the drum. Does that sound silly? The bigness of the drum. But really, I think there's a couple options for patterns on bass drum. You could go with cardioid, and you're going to get a much more punchy, direct sound, kind of a certain part of the head, right? So I went with omni because I'm trying to capture more of the kind of flab of the whole head, that ringy Bonham thing. And omni really is capturing a little more of that high end of the head moving, and it's just a much more round sound instead of a direct sound. Because it's not necessarily, the Bonham thing is not necessarily super defined. It's just kind of about that aura that it's creating, that bass drum, that huge thing. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to describe John Bonham, right? Okay, so I've heard a lot about this mic in the past, and I will say it kind of lives up to the hype that I've heard. The 47 Junior FET. So let's check this one out soloed. A little about the mic pre, the WA412. 4 mic pre's in one unit. For this sound, I kept the input gain pretty low, and the output gain, again, not so high. I'm really letting the drums and the mics do the work. I didn't want to color the sound because this is a very natural sound. I wanted it to mainly come from the drums. So later in other videos, I'm going to be exploring just driving the mic pre's some more. For this, I just wanted the super clean sound. Just let the drums do their thing. Let the mic pre capture it the way the drums sound in the room. So let's check out all the drums just a little more soloed altogether. This is no EQ, no compression, nothing. Just flat. All their sounds are at unity. That's the way I set the levels. That's the way they're mixed. So let's just check them out the way the drums sound naturally through the mics. I think Warm is offering a super awesome alternative to the investment in the, kind of vintage original versions of these microphones. You're probably saving at least $15,000 on this. With these 4 microphones and this mic pre setup, you can get these for under $4,000, which is pretty amazing. Warm Audio, John Bonham drum sounds, mic pre's, microphones, not going to break your bank. Dig it. All right. See ya.